Hi, I'm Matt with Abby Penny Family Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Eufy robotic vacuum cleaner. Stay tuned and we'll show you why we're glad we bought this instead of the Roomba. Alright, so we've had the Eufy vacuum for about a year. We want to kind of show you a little bit about it. It comes with the vacuum, the charging base, and this nifty remote that we're going to show you some extra features on in a bit. Okay, so this is the top of the vacuum. This is a manual on and off button. If you put it on the ground, press that button once, it'll start to automatically clean. On the front, you have a sensor to keep it from bumping into things. If in the event that it does, it has a nice rubber bumper on the front to kind of minimize damage at all. This also has a spring-loaded bumper to do the same. If it bumps something, the vacuum will turn either direction and then start to move. If it bumps again, it'll just keep doing that until it's clear. This is the brush cage, which you have to clean periodically. We've cleaned it about 4 or 5 times since we've had it. You just cut the hair and throw that out. We'll show you that in a bit. These are the side brushes. This helps to kick debris away from baseboards and underneath cabinets, which then knocks it into the brush cage or out so that the vacuum can run over it eventually. This is another on-off button, but this is sort of a master button. We rarely use that. So next I'm going to show you the dust bin. You access it by pressing this button down and it pulls right out. You then press the button again, it'll flip open. We haven't cleaned this in about, I would say, 2 or 3 times that we've used it. Just wanted to show you what it collects, and this will show you what it's doing. This is also a filter to pull out the very fine particles. You can clean that every once in a while, but you're also going to have to replace that eventually. So to clean it out, you just empty the bin into the trash. I'm going to shake it out a little bit. You can also take this filter out. Give it a couple knocks. This is the underlying filter there. And then replace that, and you're good to go. So here's the remote. Typically, we just press the auto button to get it started. There's also a scheduler. You can set a time for every day for it to run, but we're just going to press the auto button to get it to start. All right, so this is the general area that we typically use it. It's our family room. And then it sort of goes into the foyer and entry. But you can see in the dining room, there are some chairs that it has to go underneath. In the bar area, also some chairs it has to deal with. It doesn't get stuck. We don't have any real issues with that. I've only found it a couple of times where it couldn't make it out, but an overwhelming majority of the time, it's fine. You do want to close any doors, any rooms that you don't want it to go into or get lost. But this is the area that it typically maintains for us. One thing I was a little concerned with is this rug. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of a thick rug. So we were a little worried if the vacuum could handle that. It doesn't do a great job of cleaning the rug, but it will go up on the rug sometimes, and sometimes it'll bump in and move away. The main thing is I didn't want it to get stuck on the rug. I wanted it to be able to go about the room and do what it needs to do, and still be able to return to the home base. And we haven't had any issues with that at all. On the other hand, this rug, it's just fine. This is sort of your typical entry rug. It's pretty thin, and it works just fine on that. I want to show you where we store ours. We put our charging base underneath this table. So it kind of stays out of the way. It will find its way back home. Again, we have had very few issues where it gets stuck or loses charge without finding its way back home. So I'll show you how it gets back home and sort of how it looks once it's done. So it sticks out just a bit, but for the most part kind of stays out of the way. But of course you can leave it out and do whatever you want to there. But that's been working for us pretty well. So to clean it, it's really easy. You just remove the dustbin. You'll flip it over. You'll see two tabs here on the brush cage. Flip that open. This brush wheel will come out. I like to use some scissors to just sort of cut the hair or anything that's wrapped around it. And then you can untangle, pull that off, throw it in the trash, and you'll put everything back together, and you're ready to go once again. The model that we have is the 11S Slim. We're really happy with it. Would highly recommend it. Some background on us with robotic vacuums. We've had a Roomba in the past, several years ago, and we love it. It was a great piece of technology. It did everything that it was advertised to do, but eventually it stopped working. And so when I went to go replace it, I did a lot of research before buying another one. A couple of things that I looked for and were really important to me were, number one, can it clean? Does it do anything when it moves around? And the answer to that is yes. And you can see whenever you open the container and see after it's done cleaning what it's picked up as it's moved around. The other thing that was really important is, will it find its way back home? And this one has definitely excelled there, because there have only been a few times that the battery has died or it's gotten stuck and hasn't returned back home, which means that it's a pretty smart system. So this vacuum has more than excelled in the areas that were most important to us. Plus it had some added features that I didn't even know it had until we bought it. We'll drop a link in the description so you can check it out. If you liked our video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Also visit us at abbypenny.com for more reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.